Good morning, this is just a quick look at the process involved in building this outside workbench made from logs and pallet wood, as well as some really useful hidden features that I've incorporated into this build. Here is a bit of a look at what I've been using as a workbench for the past few years. Before this, I was working on the ground, so even this stack of pallets was quite an improvement. So if you want, stop the video right here and get yourself a setup just like this one. It does actually have a few benefits that a normal bench won't give you, and that may have something to do with the hidden features I spoke of earlier. Okay, so I cleared everything out of the way, placed my first full-length log in line with the house, started attaching the palings with batten screws to both the log and the corner post of the house. I varied the lengths of the palings on the log side to give it a bit more character. After I finished filling in the back wall, I moved on to the right-hand side, placed another log where I wanted the front leg to be, and filled in the side with palings. For the bench frame, I used stringers from pallets, picked my ideal bench height and checked that my right-hand wall and back wall were level, pre-drilled 3 holes in the overhang, grabbed another stringer, batten screwed them together with PVA glue in between them. Did the same thing again until my back beam was the length that I needed. For the back post, I notched out a seat for my back beam to rest on, put the last log post in position and started filling in the left-hand side with pallet palings. Time to work on the front beam. Cut the front 2 logs off at bench height, PVA glue and batten screw your stringers together until you have a full-length beam, constantly checking that everything is level. Filling in all the gaps, and I made sure to keep the batten screws on the inside edge to give the front face a cleaner looking finish. Mark your overhangs and cut them off flush with the front face. Frame up the back log. This is what we'll end up attaching our bench top to. I wasn't thinking and accidentally framed up the front as well, but this is not necessary. We had a length of hardwood laying around and I used this for the middle beam. This is what the frame looks like before moving on. I used the jigsaw to custom cut out the shape of the log. I pre-drill and chamfer the hole of each paling before attaching them. If you don't have this tool, you can just pre-drill and then chamfer separately. And I just used cheap 35mm chipboard screws. Already started using my bench and I love it. I added a support under the middle beam. I dug this one into the ground and sat it on a brick just to prevent anything from sinking over time. This little cutie loves helping me build, and his favourite tool at the moment is the jigsaw, but he has a very interesting way of using it. So I don't know if you can see here, but the paling sequence on the bench is 3 full lengths and then half lengths joined in the centre beam, 3 full lengths again, and so on. The reason for this sequence will become apparent very soon. Had to cut and pull apart some more pallets. I am quite enjoying this bench. It is nice to not have my tools fall out of sight between the gaps in the pallets. I have added a permanent straight edge that is attached right into the middle beam underneath. I use this straight edge for many things, but my favourite would be attaching my crosscut jig. I place the crosscut jig on top, and yes, that is also made of pallet wood. Butt your length of timber to be cut up against your stop block, place your circular saw on the jig, and start cutting. Really easy and really quick to cut everything to the exact same length. So now for some of those hidden features. One thing I really loved about working on pallets that I knew I had to incorporate into this bench was the fact that it was so easy to clamp a piece on its side. This is useful for hand planing or even chiseling out a notch to attach a hinge. I overcame this issue in my bench by keeping this board free. I still added screws so it looked the part, but I cut them off on the back side. This was a fluke having that knot end up in this piece, but I highly recommend aiming for that. And here I am testing it out. So the other thing I came to enjoy by working on pallets was having both sides of your timber supported while you're cutting it. And this is where those half lengths from earlier come into play. So every fourth board is able to be removed. This is really useful when you're working with really long lengths of timber. So another thing I like to be able to do is clamp on the inside of the bench. I often use this technique when I need to rip a paling down the centre. I've been using this bench for a few weeks now, and I'm so glad I finally got round to making it. If you are interested in building with pallets or cheaper materials, then you might want to check out some of my other videos. If you liked this video or found it somewhat helpful, then give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give me a thumbs down if you like, but either way, I hope I see you next time.